Heather Panick. I'm a senior ERISA consultant at the Retirement Learning Center. Welcome to our regular segment Case of the Week. This week's case relates to the recent trends in plan-related litigation. As a reminder, these are real-life cases drawn from calls to our consultants on the resource desk from financial professionals all over the country. This week's question was, given the number of pension risk transfer cases that have been filed over the last year, what do plan sponsors need to be aware of with this new litigation trend? So Lumen Technologies is the latest company to be facing a lawsuit over its pension risk transfer. In 2021, Lumen conducted a $1.4 billion pension risk transfer with Athene Annuity and Life. The recently filed lawsuit accuses Athene of being a highly risky private equity-controlled insurance company with a complex and opaque structure. The plaintiffs allege that by selecting Athene, Lumen violated its fiduciary duty under ERISA to obtain the safest annuity possible. Prior to Lumen, AT&T, Lockheed Martin, Alcoa Corporation, Bristol-Myers, and State Street were also sued in similar lawsuits related to their pension risk transfers. So what is a pension risk transfer? Defined benefit plans promise guaranteed benefits to plan participants at retirement. In making this promise, the plan sponsor assumes the risk as to whether the plan will have enough money to pay the promised benefits. The plan sponsor attempts to mitigate that risk to the extent it's possible by making contributions to the plan annually based on assumptions about events that will occur in the future, such as investment performance, interest rates, and how long participants will live. As anticipated, those assumptions are very unpredictable and are often incorrect. This creates the risk that the plan will either not be able to pay the promised benefits, or the plan will be overfunded and create an unanticipated excise tax situation for the plan sponsor. Over the past few years, plan sponsors have started engaging in de-risking activities. These activities include, among other things, transferring the risk to participants through a lump sum window or to insurance companies through the purchase of group annuity contracts. It is the transfer of the risk to the insurance company that is the pension risk transfer, or PRT, transaction. The decision to engage in a PRT transaction is a settler, i.e., non-fiduciary decision, that is made by the plan sponsor and can be based on the plan sponsor's legitimate business interest. However, the implementation of the PRT decision, including the selection of annuity provider, is a fiduciary decision. The fear for the participants is that while the liability is held by the plan sponsor, their benefits are protected by ERISA and the PBGC, which would take over and provide benefits if the plan sponsor is unable to. But if the annuity provider defaults after a PRT transaction, both of these protections are lost. Therefore, the key for participants is whether the plan sponsor is selecting the safest annuity provider. Interpretive Bulletin 95-1 outlines the fiduciary standards that a plan sponsor must use when selecting an annuity provider for a pension risk transfer. The recommendation is that the selection decisions are based on the safest available rather than the cheapest carrier. Interpretive Bulletin 95-1 outlines 6 factors that should be considered, and they include the quality and diversification of the annuity provider's investment portfolio, the size of the insurer relative to the proposed contract, the level of the insurer's capital and surplus, the lines of business of the annuity provider and other indications of an insurer's exposure to liability, the structure of the annuity contract and guarantees supporting the annuities, such as the use of separate accounts, and the availability of additional protection through state guarantee associations and the extent of their guarantees. The heightened concern of the recent years is the increase in private equity involvement in the insurance industry. PE firms have purchased insurance companies, and there is a concern that this raises the risk to participants' ability to receive their promised benefits and the solvency of the annuity companies. Secure Act 2.0 requires the Department of Labor to review Interpretive Bulletin 95-1, but as of the date of this case of the week, no modifications to the bulletin have been published by the department. As litigation relating to pension risk transfers is increasing, plan sponsors need to be prudent in their selection of annuity providers and take into account all of the factors in Interpretive Bulletin 95-1. As a financial advisor who works with plan sponsors in making these decisions, you can play a pivotal role in helping them with their cases such as this. If you are looking for a more in-depth written version of this case, you can find it on our website, retirementlc.com. Thank you.